What if the sands of time could whisper secrets of a civilization so advanced, so mysterious, that even today, its stories leave experts scratching their heads? Welcome to the world of ancient Nubia, a land where history and myth intertwine like the currents of the Nile. Nestled in the heart of Africa, Nubia was more than just a kingdom. It was a cradle of enigmatic tales where gods walked among mortals and the line between reality and legend blurred. From cursed tombs to vanishing cities, Nubia's myths have baffled historians, archaeologists, and storytellers for centuries. But what makes these stories so captivating? Why do they continue to spark curiosity and debate? In this video, we'll uncover 25 of the most fascinating myths from Nubia, stories so intriguing they've stood the test of time. So grab a seat and prepare to journey into a world where the past is alive and the mysteries are as deep as the Nile itself. By the end, you'll not only discover the legends that shaped Nubia, but also understand why they still hold us in their spell. Let's dive in. Now turning to the first of these captivating tales, we encounter the legend of the curse of the Nubian kings. This myth speaks of a powerful curse placed upon the tombs of Nubia's ancient rulers, designed to protect their eternal resting places from intruders. Stories tell of those who dared to disturb these sacred sites facing untimely misfortunes, from sudden illnesses to inexplicable accidents. But is there any truth to these chilling accounts? Archaeological discoveries have added fuel to the fire. During excavations of royal tombs, researchers have reported strange occurrences, tools malfunctioning, equipment failing, and even sudden shifts in weather that seem to defy explanation. While skeptics argue these events are mere coincidences, others believe they are evidence of the curse's enduring power. Beyond the realm of archaeology, this myth has shaped modern perceptions of Nubian royalty, painting them as figures of immense spiritual authority whose influence extended even beyond death. The curse of the Nubian kings remains a haunting reminder of the reverence and fear these rulers commanded, leaving us to wonder whether their tombs are truly guarded by forces beyond our understanding. Now shifting our gaze to the sands of time, we uncover the legend of the lost city of Kerma. This ancient myth speaks of a once thriving metropolis, now buried beneath the desert, said to hold unimaginable treasures and secrets of a forgotten era. Kerma, known as one of the earliest centers of civilization in Nubia, was a hub of trade, culture, and power. Its grandeur is well documented, but the myth suggests that the true heart of the city, its most sacred and valuable treasures, remains hidden, waiting to be discovered. Historians and archaeologists have long been captivated by this tale, as it intertwines with the known history of Kerma as a dominant kingdom that rivaled even ancient Egypt. The myth has inspired countless expeditions, with explorers and researchers scouring the desert in search of clues. Modern technology, such as satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar, has reignited hope of uncovering the city's secrets. Yet, despite these advancements, the sands of Kerma continue to guard their mysteries. Some believe the city's treasures are protected by ancient curses, while others argue that natural forces have simply concealed them too well. This enduring legend not only fuels the imagination but also highlights the rich and complex history of Nubia, reminding us that even in the modern age, some stories remain tantalizingly out of reach. As we ponder the fate of the lost city of Kerma, we are left to wonder what truths and treasures still lie hidden beneath the shifting sands. Now turning to the shimmering waters of the Nile, we encounter the myth of the golden crocodile, a creature revered by the Nubians as a divine guardian of their most vital resource. This sacred crocodile, said to be adorned in golden scales, was believed to embody the life-giving power of the river, ensuring its waters remained fertile and abundant. For the Nubians, the Nile was not just a river, it was the heartbeat of their civilization, sustaining crops, livestock, and communities. The golden crocodile symbolized this deep connection, serving as a protector against droughts and floods and a bringer of prosperity. Artifacts and carvings discovered in ancient Nubian sites depict the crocodile in intricate detail, often shown alongside symbols of fertility and harvest. These depictions highlight the creature's role in agricultural rituals where offerings were made to honor its spirit and seek its blessings. The myth also reflects the Nubians' profound respect for nature, as they saw the crocodile not merely as an animal, but as a divine force intertwined with their survival. Interestingly, this myth shares parallels with other ancient cultures that revered animals as sacred beings, yet the golden crocodile stands out for its unique connection to the Nile's life-sustaining power. Even today, the legend endures, reminding us of the timeless bond between humanity and the natural world. As we reflect on this myth, we are invited to consider how ancient stories like these continue to shape our understanding of the past and perhaps our relationship with the environment in the present. As we lift our gaze from the fertile banks of the Nile to the vast expanse of the night sky, we encounter the myth of the stargazers of Nubia. These ancient astronomers were said to possess an extraordinary ability to predict celestial events with remarkable precision, a skill that elevated them to near mythic status in their society. The Nubians believed that the stars held secrets to the future, and their astronomers acted as interpreters of these celestial messages, guiding everything from agricultural cycles to royal decisions. The myth of the stargazers is deeply rooted in Nubia's advanced understanding of astronomy. Archaeological evidence reveals that Nubian astronomers meticulously tracked the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, creating some of the earliest known star maps. These maps, etched into stone or painted on temple walls, were not just tools for navigation but also sacred texts that connected the heavens to the earth. The Nubians' ability to predict events like solstices, equinoxes, and even eclipses was seen as a divine gift, further solidifying their reputation as masterful stargazers. This myth also highlights the cultural exchange between Nubia and its neighbors. The Nubian astronomers' knowledge influenced neighboring civilizations, including ancient Egypt, where similar astronomical practices were adopted and adapted. The alignment of temples and monuments with celestial bodies, a hallmark of Nubian architecture, became a shared tradition across the region. This exchange of ideas underscores Nubia's role as a cultural and intellectual hub in the ancient world. Surviving artifacts such as intricately carved astrolabes and celestial diagrams offer a glimpse into the sophistication of Nubian astronomy. These tools, often adorned with symbols of gods and constellations, reflect the spiritual significance the Nubians attached to the stars. The myth of the stargazers not only celebrates their scientific achievements, but also reminds us of humanity's enduring fascination with the cosmos. As we reflect on this myth, we are reminded of the timeless quest to understand the universe and our place within it. The stargazers of Nubia stand as a testament to the power of curiosity and the enduring legacy of those who dared to look to the skies for answers. And now, as we turn our attention to the shifting sands of the desert, another enigmatic tale awaits: the legend of the enchanted oasis of Selima. As the sands of time shift beneath our feet, we now journey into the heart of the Nubian desert, where the legend of the enchanted oasis of Selima unfolds. This mythical oasis, said to appear and vanish like a mirage, has captivated the imaginations of travelers and storytellers for centuries. According to the myth, those fortunate enough to stumble upon this hidden paradise would be granted eternal life, a promise that has lured countless adventurers into the unforgiving desert in search of its elusive waters. The enchanted oasis of Selima is more than just a tale of magic and mystery. Historically, the oasis served as a crucial stop along ancient trade routes, providing weary travelers and caravans with much-needed respite from the harsh desert environment. Its waters were said to possess healing properties, and its lush vegetation offered a stark contrast to the barren landscape that surrounded it. This duality, of being both a lifeline and a legend, has cemented the oasis's place in Nubian folklore. The myth of Selima also reflects the deep connection between the Nubian people and their environment. In a land where water is scarce and survival is a daily challenge, the idea of a miraculous oasis embodies hope and resilience. Stories of the oasis were passed down through generations, often serving as a metaphor for perseverance in the face of adversity. For many, the enchanted oasis became a symbol of the rewards that await those who dare to venture into the unknown. Over the centuries, the legend of Selima has inspired explorers and adventurers from across the globe. From medieval Arab travelers to European colonialists, many have sought to uncover the truth behind the myth. Some claim to have glimpsed the oasis, only to see it vanish before their eyes, while others returned with tales of its beauty and bounty. These accounts, though often contradictory, have only added to the allure of the enchanted oasis, turning it into a symbol of the eternal quest for discovery. As we reflect on this myth, we are reminded of the power of stories to inspire and unite. The enchanted oasis of Selima, whether real or imagined, continues to capture our imagination, reminding us of the mysteries that lie just beyond the horizon. And now, as we prepare to delve into the next chapter of Nubian lore, we turn our attention to a tale of courage and defiance, the story of the warrior queen who defied Rome. As the echoes of the enchanted oasis fade into the desert winds, we now turn our gaze to a tale of bravery and unyielding spirit, the legend of the warrior queen who defied Rome. This story is not just a myth but a testament to the strength and resilience of the Nubian people, who stood firm against one of the most powerful empires in history. The warrior queen, often identified as Ammonionas, ruled the kingdom of Kush during a time when the Roman Empire sought to expand its reach into Nubia. Known for her strategic brilliance and fierce determination, Ammonionas led her armies in a series of battles against Roman forces, earning her a place in history as one of the few leaders to successfully challenge Rome's dominance. Her defiance was not just a military campaign but a bold statement of Nubia's independence and pride. The historical context of this myth is rooted in the 1st century before the Common Era, when Rome, under the rule of Augustus, attempted to extend its control over Nubia. The Romans, confident in their military might, underestimated the resolve of the Nubian people and their queen. Ammonionas, undeterred by the might of Rome, launched a counteroffensive that caught the Romans off guard. Her forces struck deep into Roman-held territories, even capturing several key outposts and statues, including a bronze head of Augustus himself, which she reportedly buried beneath the steps of a temple as a symbol of her victory. This myth of the warrior queen has transcended time, becoming a powerful symbol of Nubian pride and resistance. It reflects the unyielding spirit of a people who refused to bow to foreign domination, choosing instead to fight for their land and their freedom. The story of Ammonionas has been passed down through generations, inspiring countless Nubians to stand tall in the face of adversity. The legend also highlights the cultural and historical significance of Nubia's resistance to Rome. It serves as a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and determination can prevail. The warrior queen's legacy is not just a tale of military prowess, but a celebration of Nubian identity and the enduring strength of its people. As we reflect on this powerful myth, we are reminded of the indomitable spirit that defines Nubian history. The story of the warrior queen who defied Rome continues to inspire, reminding us of the power of resilience and the importance of standing up for what we believe in. And now, as we prepare to explore the next chapter of Nubian lore, we turn our attention to a phenomenon that has mystified travelers for centuries: the singing sands of Nubia. Now, as the echoes of the warrior queen's defiance fade into the sands of time, we find ourselves drawn to a phenomenon that has mystified both ancient travelers and modern explorers alike: the singing sands of Nubia. Imagine standing in the vast, golden expanse of the Nubian desert, where the wind whispers secrets of the past, and suddenly, the ground beneath your feet begins to hum, creating an otherworldly melody that seems to rise from the earth itself. This is the legend of the singing sands, a phenomenon that has been attributed to the voices of ancient spirits calling out from beyond the veil of time. The myth of the singing sands is deeply rooted in Nubian folklore, where it is said that the spirits of ancestors or long-lost warriors communicate through these haunting sounds. For centuries, travelers crossing the desert have reported hearing these eerie melodies, often describing them as a low, resonant hum or a high-pitched whistle that seems to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. These sounds have been interpreted as warnings, blessings, or even messages from the divine, adding an air of mystery and reverence to the already awe-inspiring landscape. But what causes these mysterious sounds? Science offers an explanation that, while less mystical, is no less fascinating. The phenomenon of singing sands occurs when dry, fine grains of sand slide down the slopes of dunes, creating vibrations that resonate through the air. The size and shape of the sand grains, along with the specific conditions of humidity and wind, play a crucial role in producing these sounds. In some cases, the vibrations can reach frequencies that are audible to the human ear, resulting in the eerie singing effect. This natural occurrence has been observed in deserts around the world, but in Nubia, it has taken on a deeper cultural significance, intertwining with the region's rich tapestry of myths and legends. The singing sands have captivated not only the imaginations of ancient Nubians but also modern adventurers and scientists. Explorers have sought out these dunes to experience the phenomenon firsthand, while researchers have studied the physics behind the sounds, hoping to unlock the secrets of this natural wonder. Yet, despite the scientific explanations, the myth of the singing sands continues to hold a powerful allure, reminding us that even in the age of reason, there is still room for mystery and wonder. This myth also reflects Nubia's deep connection to its environment. The desert, often seen as a harsh and unforgiving place, is transformed in this legend into a realm of enchantment and spiritual significance. The singing sands serve as a reminder that the natural world is not just a backdrop to human history but an active participant, shaping the stories and beliefs of those who live within it. As we leave the haunting melodies of the singing sands behind, we prepare to uncover another layer of Nubia's mystical heritage, a tale of immortality and divine favor tied to the sacred tree of life. But for now, let the echoes of the desert linger, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless allure of the unknown. Now, as the whispers of the singing sands fade into the distance, we find ourselves drawn to a symbol of eternal life and divine favor, the sacred tree of life. This mystical tree, deeply rooted in Nubian mythology, is said to have borne fruit that granted immortality to those who partook of it. Imagine a towering tree, its branches stretching toward the heavens, its roots delving deep into the earth, connecting the realms of the living and the divine. This is no ordinary tree. It is a bridge between worlds, a source of life and wisdom that has captivated the imaginations of Nubians for generations. The myth of the sacred tree of life holds a central place in Nubian culture, symbolizing not only immortality but also the interconnectedness of all living things. It is believed that the tree's fruit possess the power to heal, rejuvenate, and even bestow eternal life upon those deemed worthy. This idea of a life-giving tree resonates deeply with Nubia's reverence for nature and its belief in the sacredness of the natural world. The tree was often depicted in carvings and artwork, its image serving as a reminder of humanity's connection to the divine and the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Interestingly, the concept of a sacred tree is not unique to Nubia. Similar myths can be found in other ancient civilizations, each with its own interpretation of this powerful symbol. In Mesopotamian mythology, for example, the tree of life represented the divine order of the universe, while in ancient Egypt, the sycamore tree was seen as a gateway between the earthly realm and the afterlife. Even in Norse mythology, the great tree Yggdrasil connected the nine worlds, serving as a cosmic axis. These parallels highlight a universal human fascination with the idea of a tree as a source of life, wisdom, and transcendence. In Nubian tradition, the sacred tree of life also played a role in rituals and ceremonies. It was often associated with fertility and abundance, with offerings made at its base to ensure a bountiful harvest or the birth of healthy children. The tree's presence in Nubian art and architecture further underscores its importance, appearing in temple reliefs and royal insignia as a symbol of divine favor and eternal protection. Its legacy endures in modern interpretations of Nubian culture, where it continues to inspire stories, art, and spiritual practices. As we reflect on the myth of the sacred tree of life, we are reminded of the enduring power of symbols to convey profound truths about the human experience. This tree, with its promise of immortality and its connection to the divine, serves as a testament to Nubia's rich spiritual heritage and its deep respect for the natural world. And as we prepare to delve into the next chapter of Nubia's mystical tales, we carry with us the image of this sacred tree, a reminder that even in the face of mortality, there is always the hope of something greater, something eternal. As the echoes of the sacred tree of life linger in our minds, we now step into the realm of the supernatural, where shadows of the past rise to protect the future. The Phantom Army of Nubia is a tale steeped in mystery and valor, a ghostly force said to emerge from the mists of time to defend the land in its darkest hours. Imagine a spectral legion, their forms shimmering like moonlight on water, marching silently across the desert sands, their presence both awe-inspiring and terrifying. This is no ordinary army. It is a manifestation of Nubia's enduring spirit, a testament to the courage and unity of its people. The origins of this myth are as enigmatic as the army itself. Some say the phantom soldiers are the restless spirits of ancient warriors who swore to protect Nubia even in death. Others believe they are divine guardians, sent by the gods to intervene when mortal strength falters. Whatever their source, the Phantom Army is said to appear only during moments of dire need, when invaders threaten the borders, when famine or plague strikes, or when the very soul of Nubia is at risk. Their arrival is often accompanied by strange signs: the sudden stillness of the wind, the eerie glow of the moon, or the distant sound of drums echoing across the desert. This myth has long served as a powerful symbol of resilience and solidarity for the Nubian people. In times of hardship, the story of the Phantom Army has been invoked to inspire courage and remind communities of their shared strength. It is a tale that transcends generations, passed down through oral traditions and woven into the fabric of Nubian culture. The image of an unyielding force rising from the shadows to defend the homeland has become a source of hope and pride, reinforcing the idea that no challenge is insurmountable when faced together. Interestingly, the Phantom Army myth also reflects Nubia's deep connection to its ancestors and the belief in their continued influence on the living. In Nubian tradition, the boundary between the living and the dead is often blurred, with ancestors seen as protectors and guides. The Phantom Army embodies this belief, serving as a bridge between the past and the present, a reminder that the sacrifices of those who came before are never forgotten. This connection to ancestry is a recurring theme in Nubian mythology, highlighting the civilization's reverence for its history and heritage. As we reflect on the legend of the Phantom Army, we are reminded of the power of stories to unite and inspire. This ghostly legion, with its silent strength and unwavering resolve, stands as a symbol of Nubia's enduring spirit. And as we prepare to uncover the next chapter of Nubia's mystical tales, we carry with us the image of this spectral force, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, hope and courage can rise from the shadows. Now, as the whispers of the Phantom Army fade into the desert winds, we turn our gaze to the lifeblood of Nubia itself, the mighty Nile. Here, the myth of the river god's wrath unfolds, a tale of divine retribution and the sacred bond between the Nubian people and their greatest natural resource. The Nile was not just a river to the Nubians, it was a deity, a giver of life and a force to be revered. To disrespect it was to invite disaster, and the myth of the river god's wrath serves as a stark reminder of this truth. According to legend, the river god was a powerful and temperamental being, capable of both blessing and cursing those who lived along the Nile's banks. When the people honored the river with offerings and rituals, the god rewarded them with fertile soil, abundant harvests, and safe passage for their boats. But when they grew careless or disrespectful, polluting the waters, neglecting their duties, or failing to show gratitude, the god's wrath would be swift and merciless. Stories tell of sudden floods that swept away entire villages, droughts that turned lush fields into barren wastelands, and plagues that struck without warning. These calamities were seen not as random acts of nature but as deliberate punishments from the river god, a divine reminder of the consequences of hubris. This myth reflects the profound dependence Nubia had on the Nile. The river was the foundation of their civilization, providing water for drinking, irrigation for crops, and a vital trade route that connected Nubia to the wider world. Without the Nile, life in this arid region would have been impossible. The myth of the river god's wrath underscores this reality, emphasizing the need for harmony between humanity and nature. It also highlights the Nubians' deep respect for the natural world, a respect that was woven into their daily lives through rituals, prayers, and offerings designed to appease the river and ensure its continued favor. One of the most fascinating aspects of this myth is how it shaped Nubian cultural practices. Annual festivals were held to honor the river god, featuring music, dance, and the casting of precious offerings into the waters. These ceremonies were not just acts of devotion, but also communal events that reinforced social bonds and shared values. Even in times of hardship, the Nubians turned to the river, seeking solace and guidance in its ever-flowing currents. The myth also influenced their laws and customs, with strict rules governing the use of the Nile's resources and harsh penalties for those who violated them. In this way, the river god's wrath became more than just a story. It was a moral framework that guided the behavior of an entire civilization. As we explore this myth, we are reminded of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. The Nubians understood that their survival depended on respecting the forces that sustained them, a lesson that resonates even today. The river god's wrath is not just a tale of divine punishment, but a testament to the wisdom of living in harmony with the environment. And as we prepare to delve into the next chapter of Nubia's mystical legacy, we carry with us the image of the Nile, its waters flowing with both life and the echoes of ancient warnings. Now, as the echoes of the Nile's divine warnings fade, we journey deeper into the heart of Nubia to uncover one of its most tantalizing mysteries, the hidden library of Meroe. This legend speaks of a vast repository of ancient knowledge, buried beneath the sands of Meroe, waiting to reveal secrets lost to time. Meroe, once a thriving capital of the Kingdom of Kush, was not just a political and economic hub, but also a beacon of learning and culture. Its reputation as a center of wisdom has fueled countless tales, but none as captivating as the myth of its hidden library. According to the legend, the library was a treasure trove of scrolls, tablets, and texts containing the accumulated knowledge of Nubia and beyond. It was said to house everything from advanced astronomical calculations to medicinal remedies, philosophical treatises to records of ancient rituals. The library was believed to be so vast that it rivaled the great libraries of Alexandria and Babylon. But unlike those famed institutions, the Library of Meroe was said to have been deliberately concealed, its entrance hidden to protect its priceless contents from invaders and the ravages of time. Some versions of the myth even suggest that the library was guarded by powerful spells or curses, ensuring that only the worthy could uncover its secrets. The historical significance of Meroe lends weight to this myth. As a center of learning, Meroe was home to scholars, priests, and artisans who contributed to its rich intellectual and cultural heritage. The city's pyramids, temples, and palaces were adorned with intricate carvings and inscriptions, many of which remain undeciphered to this day. These remnants hint at a society deeply invested in preserving knowledge, making the idea of a hidden library not entirely far-fetched. Archaeologists have long been drawn to Meroe, not just for its architectural marvels, but also for the possibility of uncovering this legendary repository. Excavations have revealed fragments of texts and artifacts that suggest the existence of a sophisticated system of record-keeping, further fueling speculation about the library's existence. The myth of the hidden library of Meroe has inspired generations of explorers and scholars, from early adventurers who braved the desert in search of its treasures to modern archaeologists using cutting-edge technology to map the ruins. The quest to find the library continues. Each discovery, whether a fragment of a scroll or a newly unearthed chamber, reignites hope that the library might one day be found. Yet the mystery endures, a testament to the enduring allure of Nubia's ancient wisdom. This legend also speaks to the broader human fascination with lost knowledge. The idea that somewhere beneath the sands of time lies a repository of forgotten truths is a powerful one. It reminds us of the fragility of knowledge and the importance of preserving it for future generations. As we prepare to explore the next chapter of Nubia's mystical legacy, we carry with us the image of the hidden library of Meroe, its secrets still waiting to be uncovered, its stories still waiting to be told. As the sands of Meroe settle behind us, we now turn our gaze to a myth that burns as brightly today as it did in ancient times: the eternal flame of Nubia. This sacred flame, said to have burned without end, was more than just a symbol. It was believed to be a divine protector, shielding Nubia from harm and ensuring its prosperity. The flame's origins are shrouded in mystery, with some legends claiming it was a gift from the gods, while others suggest it was kindled by the first rulers of Nubia as a covenant with the divine. The eternal flame held a central place in Nubian religious practices. It was housed in a grand temple where priests tended to it day and night, ensuring it never wavered. The flame was seen as a living connection to the gods, a source of spiritual power that could ward off evil, bring blessings, and even predict the future. Rituals performed around the flame often involved offerings of incense, food, and precious objects, all meant to honor the deities and seek their favor. The flame's light was also believed to guide the souls of the departed, ensuring their safe passage to the afterlife. What makes this myth particularly fascinating is its endurance through the ages. Even as empires rose and fell, the story of the eternal flame persisted, passed down through generations as a testament to Nubia's resilience and spiritual depth. Some historians speculate that the flame may have been inspired by natural phenomena, such as eternal fires fueled by underground gas deposits, which were then imbued with religious significance. Others believe it was a carefully maintained ceremonial fire, its longevity a testament to the dedication of Nubian priests. The myth of the eternal flame also reflects Nubia's deep connection to fire as a symbol of life, purity, and divine power. Fire played a crucial role in Nubian culture, not just in religious rituals but also in daily life, from cooking and crafting to warfare and protection. The eternal flame, therefore, was more than a myth. It was a reflection of Nubia's values and its people's unwavering faith in the divine. Today, the legend of the eternal flame continues to captivate, inspiring artists, writers, and historians alike. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of belief and the ways in which ancient myths can illuminate the values and aspirations of a civilization. As we move forward, the flame's story lingers, a glowing ember in the vast tapestry of Nubian mythology, inviting us to explore the next chapter of this ancient land's mystical legacy. Now, as the shadows of the eternal flame fade into the distance, we step into the realm of a myth that blurs the line between man and beast, the shape-shifting sorcerer of Nubia. This enigmatic figure, said to possess the extraordinary ability to transform into animals, was not just a protector of the land but a symbol of Nubia's profound bond with the natural world. The legend tells of a sorcerer who could take on the form of lions, eagles, and even serpents, using these transformations to defend Nubia from invaders and natural disasters. Some stories claim the sorcerer was a guardian spirit sent by the gods to watch over the people, while others suggest they were a mortal who had mastered ancient mystical arts. Regardless of their origin, the shape-shifting sorcerer became a central figure in Nubian folklore, embodying the harmony between humanity and nature. This myth reflects Nubia's deep reverence for the animal kingdom, where creatures were often seen as sacred messengers or embodiments of divine power. The sorcerer's ability to become one with these animals highlights the belief that humans and nature were not separate but interconnected, each playing a vital role in the balance of life. The lion, for instance, symbolized strength and leadership, while the eagle represented vision and freedom. By embodying these traits, the sorcerer became a living bridge between the human and natural worlds. The shape-shifting sorcerer also underscores Nubia's spiritual beliefs, where transformation was seen as a path to enlightenment and power. Rituals involving animal masks and costumes were common in Nubian ceremonies, allowing participants to channel the energy and wisdom of the creatures they represented. The sorcerer's myth likely grew from these practices, evolving into a tale of a being who could fully transcend the boundaries of form. What makes this myth particularly intriguing is its universality. Similar stories of shapeshifters appear in cultures around the world, from the werewolves of Europe to the skinwalkers of Native American traditions. Yet in Nubia, the shape-shifting sorcerer stands out as a protector, a figure of hope and resilience rather than fear. This distinction speaks to Nubia's unique worldview, where even the most fantastical myths carried messages of unity and strength. Today, the legend of the shape-shifting sorcerer continues to inspire, reminding us of the timeless connection between humanity and the natural world. It invites us to consider how ancient beliefs can still resonate in our modern lives, offering lessons in balance, respect, and the power of transformation. As we prepare to uncover the next myth, the sorcerer's story lingers, a testament to Nubia's enduring legacy of wonder and wisdom. Now, as we leave the mystical world of the shape-shifting sorcerer behind, we step into a tale of glittering danger and dark allure, the cursed jewel of Nubia. This legendary gem, said to be more beautiful than any other, carried a price far greater than its worth. According to the myth, the jewel was crafted by the gods themselves, imbued with unimaginable power but also a terrible curse. Whoever possessed it would be struck by misfortune, their lives unraveling in ways both tragic and mysterious. The origins of the cursed jewel are shrouded in mystery. Some say it was a gift from the gods to a Nubian king, meant to symbolize divine favor. Others believe it was stolen from a sacred temple, angering the deities and invoking their wrath. Regardless of its beginnings, the jewel's curse became infamous. Stories tell of kings who lost their thrones, warriors who fell in battle, and merchants who saw their fortunes crumble, all after coming into contact with the gem. The curse seemed relentless, sparing no one who dared to claim it. What makes this myth so captivating is its blend of beauty and danger. The jewel was said to glow with an otherworldly light, its colors shifting like the desert sands at sunset. Yet its allure was a trap, drawing in those who sought power or wealth, only to leave them broken. This duality reflects a recurring theme in Nubian mythology, the idea that great power often comes with great risk. The cursed jewel serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that not all treasures are worth the price. Over the centuries, the legend of the cursed jewel has inspired countless treasure hunters, each hoping to find the gem and break its curse. Expeditions have ventured into the deserts and ruins of Nubia, driven by dreams of glory and riches. Yet none have succeeded, and many have met with strange accidents or unexplained disappearances. Some believe the jewel is still hidden, waiting to be discovered, while others think it was destroyed long ago, its curse finally laid to rest. The enduring fascination with the cursed jewel speaks to its power as a symbol. It represents the human desire for wealth and power, as well as the dangers that come with such ambitions. The myth also highlights Nubia's rich storytelling tradition, where even the most dazzling treasures carry deeper meanings. As we prepare to explore the next myth, the cursed jewel lingers in our minds, a glittering reminder of the fine line between fortune and folly. Now, as we shift our gaze from the glittering dangers of the cursed jewel, we find ourselves standing before a creature of both mystery and majesty, the guardian Sphinx of Nubia. This mythical being, often depicted as a lion with the head of a human, was said to stand watch over Nubia's borders, protecting the land from invaders and evil spirits. Unlike its more famous Egyptian counterpart, the Nubian Sphinx carried its own unique symbolism, deeply rooted in the beliefs and traditions of this ancient civilization. The guardian Sphinx was believed to possess immense wisdom and strength, serving as both a protector and a guide. According to legend, it could communicate with the gods, relaying their will to the people of Nubia. Some stories even suggest that the Sphinx had the power to grant safe passage to those who proved themselves worthy, while turning away or punishing those with ill intentions. This duality of benevolence and ferocity made the Sphinx a powerful symbol of justice and divine authority. What makes this myth particularly fascinating is its connection to Egyptian mythology. The Sphinx is often associated with Egypt, where it stands as a symbol of royal power and protection. However, the Nubian Sphinx reflects a distinct cultural identity, blending local traditions with influences from its northern neighbor. This interplay between Nubian and Egyptian mythology highlights the rich cultural exchange that took place between the two civilizations. Trade, diplomacy, and even conflict brought them into close contact, allowing ideas and beliefs to flow across borders. Archaeological evidence supports this connection, with Sphinx-like statues and carvings found in Nubian sites such as Meroe and Napata. These artifacts often feature unique Nubian elements, such as distinct headdresses or inscriptions, showcasing how the Sphinx was adapted to reflect local values and aesthetics. This blending of styles and symbols underscores the dynamic relationship between Nubia and Egypt, where shared myths took on new meanings in different contexts. The myth of the guardian Sphinx also speaks to Nubia's role as a crossroads of cultures. Situated between sub-Saharan Africa and the Mediterranean, Nubia was a melting pot of ideas, traditions, and beliefs. The Sphinx, with its hybrid form, embodies this fusion, representing the harmony and tension between different worlds. It serves as a reminder of Nubia's ability to absorb and reinterpret influences from its neighbors, creating a unique cultural identity that continues to captivate historians and mythologists alike. As we prepare to delve into the next myth, the guardian Sphinx stands as a testament to Nubia's enduring legacy, a civilization that not only guarded its borders but also bridged worlds, leaving behind stories that still resonate today. Now, as we step away from the majestic presence of the guardian Sphinx, we find ourselves drawn to a quieter, yet equally mysterious phenomenon, the whispering walls of Nubia. These ancient structures, scattered across the ruins of Nubian cities, are said to hold secrets that only the most attentive listeners can uncover. According to legend, the walls carry the voices of the past, murmuring tales of forgotten kings, lost treasures, and divine messages to those who dare to press their ears against the stone. The myth of the whispering walls is deeply tied to Nubia's architectural ingenuity. The Nubians were master builders, known for their skill in constructing massive temples, fortresses, and pyramids. These structures were not only feats of engineering but also sacred spaces, imbued with spiritual significance. The walls themselves were often adorned with intricate carvings and inscriptions, telling stories of gods, rulers, and everyday life. It's no wonder that these silent sentinels of stone became the subject of such a captivating legend. Historians and archaeologists have long been fascinated by the idea of the whispering walls. Some suggest that the phenomenon could be linked to the acoustics of Nubian architecture. The precise alignment of stones, the shape of doorways, and the layout of chambers might have created echoes or vibrations that could be interpreted as whispers. Others believe the myth reflects the Nubians' reverence for their ancestors, imagining that the walls served as a bridge between the living and the dead, carrying messages from the beyond. Visitors to Nubian sites like Meroe and Jebel Barkal often report feeling an eerie sense of connection to the past when standing near these ancient walls. Whether it's the wind passing through narrow gaps, the faint echoes of footsteps, or simply the power of suggestion, the experience is undeniably haunting. The myth has inspired countless explorers and storytellers, adding an air of mystery to Nubia's already rich tapestry of legends. What makes the whispering walls particularly intriguing is their ability to blur the line between myth and reality. While there's no scientific proof that the walls truly whisper, the stories surrounding them reveal much about Nubian culture. They highlight the importance of oral tradition, the reverence for history, and the belief that the past is never truly silent. These walls, standing tall after centuries, remind us that every stone has a story to tell, if only we take the time to listen. As we prepare to explore the next myth, the whispering walls leave us with a lingering question. What other secrets might these ancient stones hold? Their quiet presence invites us to listen closely, not just to the echoes of the past, but to the stories that continue to shape our understanding of Nubia's enduring legacy. Now, as the whispers of the ancient walls fade into the night, we find ourselves under the glow of the full moon, where another captivating Nubian myth comes to life, the moonlit rituals. These nocturnal ceremonies, steeped in mystery and reverence, were believed to be a direct line to the divine, offering blessings, guidance, and protection to those who participated. The full moon, with its ethereal light, was seen as a powerful symbol of renewal and connection to the gods, making it the perfect time for such sacred practices. The moonlit rituals were deeply intertwined with Nubian spirituality. The Nubians worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each associated with different aspects of life, from fertility and agriculture to war and the afterlife. Under the full moon, priests and priestesses would lead communities in elaborate ceremonies, offering prayers, songs, and sacrifices to honor these deities. The rituals often took place in open-air sanctuaries or near sacred sites, where the moonlight could bathe the participants in its glow, amplifying the spiritual energy of the moment. One of the most fascinating aspects of these rituals was their connection to the cycles of nature. The Nubians were keen observers of the natural world, and they believed that the phases of the moon influenced the rhythms of life. The full moon, in particular, was seen as a time of heightened power when the boundaries between the earthly and the divine were at their thinnest. It was during these nights that the Nubians sought to align themselves with the will of the gods, asking for bountiful harvests, protection from harm, and guidance in times of uncertainty. The moonlit rituals also played a crucial role in community bonding. These gatherings were not just religious events but also social ones, bringing people together to celebrate their shared beliefs and traditions. Stories and songs passed down through generations were performed under the moonlight, ensuring that the myths and legends of Nubia remained alive in the hearts of its people. The rituals were a way of preserving cultural identity, even as the world around them changed. Today, the legacy of the moonlit rituals lives on in the stories and traditions of Nubian descendants. While the exact practices may have faded with time, the reverence for the full moon and its spiritual significance endures. Modern interpretations of these rituals can be seen in festivals and cultural events that celebrate Nubian heritage, keeping the spirit of these ancient ceremonies alive. As we leave the moonlit sanctuaries behind, we are reminded of the profound connection between the Nubians and the cosmos. Their rituals under the full moon were not just acts of devotion, but also a testament to their understanding of the universe and their place within it. The moonlit rituals invite us to look up at the night sky and wonder, what other mysteries might the stars and moon hold? With this question lingering in our minds, we turn to the next chapter of Nubia's enigmatic myths, ready to uncover more of its timeless secrets. As the echoes of the moonlit rituals fade into the night, we now turn our gaze to a mystery that has puzzled historians and adventurers alike: the vanishing city of Napata. Nestled along the banks of the Nile, Napata was once a flourishing center of Nubian culture, trade, and power. Known as the heart of the Kingdom of Kush, it was a city of grand temples, bustling markets, and towering pyramids. Yet, according to legend, this thriving metropolis vanished overnight, leaving behind only whispers of its existence and a trail of unanswered questions. The myth of Napata's disappearance is as captivating as it is enigmatic. Stories tell of a city that simply ceased to exist, as if swallowed by the sands of time. Some accounts describe a sudden catastrophe, a great flood, a sandstorm, or even divine retribution that wiped Napata from the map. Others suggest that the city's inhabitants abandoned it in haste, fleeing an unknown threat. Whatever the cause, the result was the same: a once great civilization reduced to ruins, its secrets buried beneath the desert. Historically, Napata was a vital hub of Nubian power and culture. It served as the capital of the Kingdom of Kush during its golden age, a time when Nubian kings ruled over vast territories and built monumental structures that rivaled those of ancient Egypt. The city was a center of religious worship, home to the Temple of Ammon, where kings were crowned and divine blessings were sought. Its strategic location along the Nile made it a key player in trade networks connecting Nubia to the wider world. The disappearance of Napata has inspired countless theories over the centuries. Some scholars believe that the city fell victim to natural disasters, such as earthquakes or shifting river courses, which altered the landscape and made the area uninhabitable. Others point to political upheaval or invasions as possible causes, suggesting that Napata's decline was the result of external pressures. Then there are those who embrace more speculative ideas, proposing that the city was cursed or that its people were taken by otherworldly forces. Despite the many theories, the truth remains elusive. Archaeological excavations have uncovered remnants of Napata, including temples, tombs, and artifacts, but these findings only deepen the mystery. The ruins tell a story of a city that was abruptly abandoned, with no clear explanation for its downfall. This lack of closure has only fueled the legend, transforming Napata into a symbol of the fragility of human achievement and the enduring allure of the unknown. The myth of the vanishing city of Napata continues to captivate the imagination, inspiring explorers, writers, and dreamers to seek out its secrets. It serves as a reminder of the impermanence of even the greatest civilizations and the mysteries that lie buried beneath the sands of time. As we ponder the fate of Napata, we are left to wonder, what other lost cities and forgotten stories might still be waiting to be uncovered? With this thought guiding us, we move forward to explore the next chapter in Nubia's rich tapestry of myths and legends. Now shifting our focus to the realm of divine creatures, we encounter the myth of the sacred serpent of Nubia, a towering figure in Nubian mythology that embodies both awe and reverence. This colossal serpent, often depicted as a guardian and a symbol of power, was worshipped as a deity by the ancient Nubians, believed to hold dominion over the natural world and the forces of life and death. The sacred serpent was more than just a mythical beast, it was a central figure in Nubian spiritual life. Stories describe it as a creature of immense size, its scales shimmering like the sun on the Nile, and its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. It was said to dwell in the deepest parts of the river or within hidden caverns, emerging only to bestow blessings or deliver warnings. the serpent was revered as a protector of the land, ensuring the fertility of the soil and the abundance of the harvest. Its presence was seen as a sign of divine favor, while its absence could signal impending doom. This myth reflects the deep connection between Nubian culture and the natural world. The serpent, often associated with water and the life-giving Nile, symbolized the delicate balance of nature and the interdependence of all living things. Its worship was not just an act of devotion, but a recognition of the power and unpredictability of the environment. The Nubians understood that their survival depended on the river's bounty, and the sacred serpent became a personification of that vital relationship. Artifacts and carvings from ancient Nubia often depict the serpent in intricate detail, sometimes coiled around sacred symbols or intertwined with images of kings and gods. These representations highlight its importance in religious rituals and its role as a mediator between the human and divine realms. The serpent was believed to communicate the will of the gods, offering guidance and protection to those who honored it. The myth of the sacred serpent also underscores the Nubians' respect for the mysteries of nature. Unlike many other ancient cultures that sought to dominate or control their environment, the Nubians embraced a more harmonious approach, viewing themselves as part of a larger, interconnected web of life. The serpent, with its dual nature as both a creator and a destroyer, embodied this worldview, reminding the people of the delicate balance that sustained their world. As we reflect on the legend of the sacred serpent, we are reminded of the enduring power of myth to illuminate the values and beliefs of a civilization. This story not only reveals the Nubians' reverence for nature, but also invites us to consider our own relationship with the natural world. With this thought in mind, we prepare to delve into the next chapter of Nubia's rich mythological tapestry, where new mysteries and wonders await. Now stepping into the realm of the divine protectors, we uncover the myth of the eternal guardians of Nubia, immortal beings entrusted with the sacred duty of safeguarding Nubia's most revered sites. These enigmatic figures, often described as towering and radiant, were believed to possess powers beyond human comprehension, standing as eternal sentinels over temples, tombs, and other places of spiritual significance. Their presence was said to be both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a reminder of the divine forces that watched over the land. The eternal guardians were not just passive watchers, they were active participants in the spiritual and physical protection of Nubia. Legends describe them as appearing during times of great peril, their forms shimmering with an otherworldly glow, their voices resonating like thunder. Some stories depict them as humanoid figures clad in armor forged from the stars, while others portray them as ethereal beings with features that blended human and animal traits. These variations in their appearances reflect the rich diversity of Nubian storytelling, where myths were adapted to convey deeper truths about the world and its mysteries. One of the most intriguing aspects of this myth is the belief that the guardians could only be seen by those who were pure of heart or in moments of extreme need. This idea reinforced the Nubian value of moral integrity and the belief that divine protection was not granted lightly. It also added an element of mystery to the myth, as sightings of the guardians were rare and often recounted with a sense of reverence and wonder. Those who claimed to have encountered them spoke of feeling an overwhelming sense of peace and reassurance, as if the very presence of these beings could dispel fear and doubt. The myth of the eternal guardians also played a significant role in shaping Nubian folklore and cultural identity. They were seen as symbols of resilience and continuity, embodying the idea that Nubia's sacred heritage would endure through the ages. Stories of their interventions during times of invasion or natural disaster served as powerful reminders of the strength and unity of the Nubian people. These tales were passed down through generations, not just as entertainment but as lessons in courage, faith, and the importance of protecting one's cultural legacy. Artifacts and inscriptions from ancient Nubia often depict the guardians in various forms, sometimes standing at the entrances of temples or carved into the walls of tombs. These representations highlight their role as protectors of the sacred and the eternal. The myth also influenced Nubian rituals and ceremonies, where offerings were made to honor the guardians and seek their blessings. Even today, the legacy of these immortal beings continues to inspire, reminding us of the enduring power of myth to connect us to our past and guide us into the future. As we reflect on the legend of the eternal guardians, we are reminded of the timeless themes of protection, duty, and the sacred bond between a people and their land. This myth not only reveals the Nubians' deep reverence for their spiritual heritage, but also invites us to consider the guardians we look to in our own lives. With this thought in mind, we prepare to explore the next chapter of Nubia's mythological tapestry, where new wonders and mysteries await. Now shifting our gaze to the realm of self-reflection and moral insight, we encounter the myth of the Mirror of Truth, a mystical artifact said to hold the power to reveal the innermost essence of anyone who dared to look into it. This legendary mirror, often described as crafted from polished obsidian or shimmering silver, was believed to strip away all pretenses, exposing the true nature of those who stood before it. Whether their hearts were pure or tainted, the mirror would reflect their deepest virtues and flaws with unflinching clarity. The Mirror of Truth was not merely a tool for revelation, it was a symbol of accountability and self-awareness. In Nubian culture, this myth served as a powerful metaphor for the importance of honesty and integrity. It was said that only those who could face their own reflection without fear or shame were truly worthy of leadership, trust, or divine favor. This idea resonated deeply within Nubian society, where moral character was held in the highest regard. The mirror became a central theme in stories and parables, often used to teach lessons about humility, self-examination, and the consequences of deceit. One of the most compelling aspects of this myth is its universal appeal. The concept of a mirror that reveals truth transcends cultural boundaries, appearing in various forms across different civilizations. In Nubia, however, the Mirror of Truth was uniquely tied to the spiritual and ethical values of the people. It was often invoked in rituals and ceremonies, where individuals would symbolically gaze into the mirror to reaffirm their commitment to living a life of virtue. This practice reinforced the belief that true strength lay not in outward appearances or material wealth, but in the purity of one's heart and actions. The myth also found its way into Nubian art and literature, where the mirror was depicted as both a literal and figurative object. Carvings and paintings often showed figures standing before the mirror, their expressions ranging from awe to despair, depending on what the reflection revealed. These artistic representations served as visual reminders of the myth's enduring message, that the pursuit of truth, both within oneself and in the world, is a noble and necessary endeavor. In modern times, the Mirror of Truth continues to inspire, offering a timeless lesson about the importance of self-awareness and moral courage. Its story reminds us that while the truth can sometimes be uncomfortable, it is only by confronting it that we can grow and transform. As we prepare to explore the next myth in Nubia's rich tapestry, we carry with us the wisdom of the mirror, a reminder that the journey toward understanding often begins with a single, honest look within. Now turning to the shimmering waters of the Nile, we encounter the haunting legend of the phantom ships, a tale that has captivated sailors and storytellers for centuries. These ghostly vessels, said to appear under the light of a full moon, are believed to carry the souls of the departed to their final resting place. Gliding silently across the river, the ships are described as ethereal and otherworldly, their sails catching no wind, their decks empty yet filled with an eerie presence. For those who claim to have witnessed them, the sight is both awe-inspiring and unsettling, a reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead. In Nubian culture, the Nile was more than just a source of life. It was a sacred pathway to the afterlife. The river's currents were thought to mirror the journey of the soul, guiding it from the earthly realm to the world beyond. The phantom ships, therefore, were not merely spectral apparitions. They were seen as divine messengers, ensuring the safe passage of souls to their eternal destination. This belief was deeply intertwined with Nubian rituals and funerary practices, where offerings were often made to the river to honor the dead and appease the spirits that guarded its waters. Sailors who navigated the Nile often spoke of the phantom ships with a mix of reverence and fear. Many believed that encountering these ghostly vessels was an omen, signaling either great fortune or impending doom. Some tales tell of sailors who, after seeing the ships, returned home with newfound wisdom or wealth, while others warn of those who vanished without a trace, their fates forever tied to the mysterious ships. These stories, passed down through generations, added to the myth's mystique, making it a staple of Nubian folklore and a source of endless fascination. The phantom ships also found their way into Nubian art and poetry, where they were depicted as symbols of transition and transformation. Paintings often showed the ships bathed in moonlight, their forms blending seamlessly with the river's mist. Poets liken them to the fleeting nature of life, a reminder that all journeys, no matter how long or arduous, must eventually come to an end. This artistic representation not only preserved the myth but also deepened its emotional resonance, connecting it to universal themes of mortality and the unknown. Even today, the legend of the phantom ships continues to intrigue, blending history, spirituality, and mystery into a single, captivating narrative. It serves as a testament to the enduring power of Nubian storytelling, where myths are not just tales of the past but living, breathing reflections of the human experience. As we prepare to delve into the next myth, we carry with us the haunting image of these spectral ships, a reminder that the Nile, in all its beauty and mystery, remains a river of both life and legend. Now shifting our gaze to the heart of Nubia's spiritual landscape, we encounter the enigmatic legend of the Forbidden Temple of Ammon. This sacred site, shrouded in mystery and reverence, was said to be accessible only to those whose hearts were untainted by greed, malice, or deceit. According to the myth, the temple was not merely a place of worship but a gateway to divine judgment, where the gods themselves would test the worthiness of those who dared to enter. The Temple of Ammon held immense significance in Nubian culture, serving as a focal point for religious devotion and spiritual reflection. Ammon, one of the most revered deities in the Nubian pantheon, was associated with creation, fertility, and the unseen forces that govern the universe. The temple, therefore, was not just a physical structure but a symbol of the divine connection between humanity and the gods. Its forbidden nature only heightened its allure as it became a place of both aspiration and fear for the people of Nubia. Legends surrounding the temple often spoke of divine retribution for those who attempted to enter with impure intentions. Tales abound of individuals who, driven by curiosity or ambition, ventured into the temple only to meet tragic fates. Some stories describe sudden illnesses, unexplained disappearances, or even the collapse of the temple itself as acts of divine punishment. These accounts served as cautionary tales, reinforcing the belief that the gods were ever watchful and that their judgment was both swift and unyielding. The myth of the Forbidden Temple also reflects Nubia's deep-rooted values of morality and spiritual integrity. It underscores the idea that true worthiness is not measured by wealth or power, but by the purity of one's heart and intentions. This theme resonates throughout Nubian folklore, where the consequences of one's actions are often tied to their moral character. The temple, in this sense, became a metaphor for the inner sanctum of the soul, a place where only the virtuous could find favor with the divine. Even today, the legend of the Forbidden Temple of Ammon continues to captivate, blending history, spirituality, and moral lessons into a single, compelling narrative. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of Nubian myths to inspire reflection and introspection, challenging us to consider the purity of our own hearts as we navigate the complexities of life. As we prepare to explore the next myth, we carry with us the solemn image of this sacred temple, a testament to the timeless quest for spiritual truth and divine connection. Now turning to the heavens above Nubia, we uncover the mesmerizing myth of the eternal dance of the stars. This celestial legend speaks of a cosmic ballet where the stars themselves moved in intricate patterns across the night sky, believed to dictate the fate of the Nubian people. According to the myth, the gods orchestrated this dance as a way to communicate their will, guiding the rise and fall of kingdoms, the success of harvests, and even the destinies of individuals. The stars were not just distant lights but active participants in the unfolding story of Nubia, their movements a divine language understood only by the most skilled astronomers and spiritual leaders. Nubian astronomy was remarkably advanced for its time, with a deep understanding of celestial cycles and their impact on earthly life. The myth of the eternal dance reflects this sophistication as it ties the movements of the stars to the rhythms of nature and human existence. Nubian astronomers meticulously tracked the positions of stars and planets, using their observations to predict seasonal changes, plan agricultural activities, and even determine auspicious times for important events like coronations or battles. The stars, in this context, were not just objects of wonder but vital tools for survival and prosperity. The eternal dance also held profound spiritual significance. It was believed that by studying the stars, one could align themselves with the divine will, ensuring harmony between the heavens and the earth. Rituals and ceremonies were often timed to coincide with specific celestial events, such as the appearance of certain constellations or the alignment of planets. These practices reinforced the idea that the fate of Nubia was intertwined with the cosmos, and that by honoring the stars, the people could secure the favor of the gods. This myth has left a lasting legacy in Nubian culture, influencing everything from art and architecture to storytelling and religious practices. The imagery of the eternal dance can be seen in ancient carvings and temple decorations, where stars and celestial patterns are prominently featured. Even today, the myth continues to inspire, reminding us of humanity's enduring fascination with the night sky and our desire to find meaning in the vast expanse above. As we prepare to explore the final myth in our journey, the eternal dance of the stars serves as a poignant reminder of the deep connection between the heavens and the earth, a theme that resonates throughout Nubian mythology. It invites us to look up at the stars with a sense of wonder and reverence, pondering the mysteries they hold and the stories they continue to tell. As we step into the final chapter of our journey through Nubian myths, we encounter one of the most enigmatic and captivating legends of all, the lost language of the gods. This myth speaks of a sacred, divine language, whispered to have been spoken by the gods themselves, holding within it the secrets of creation and the mysteries of the universe. It was believed that this language was not just a means of communication but a powerful force, capable of shaping reality and unlocking the deepest truths of existence. According to the myth, the gods bestowed this language upon the earliest Nubian priests and sages, granting them the ability to commune with the divine and access knowledge far beyond human understanding. The language was said to be so potent that merely speaking its words could alter the course of nature, summon storms, heal the sick, or even bring the dead back to life. However, as time passed, the knowledge of this language was lost, either through the gods' withdrawal or through the carelessness of humanity. Only fragments of its power were said to remain, hidden in ancient texts, carvings, and oral traditions passed down through generations. The origins of this myth are deeply rooted in Nubia's spiritual and intellectual traditions. The idea of a divine language reflects the Nubian belief in the interconnectedness of all things, where words and sounds were seen as more than mere tools. They were bridges between the mortal and the divine. This concept resonates with similar myths found in other ancient cultures, such as the Egyptian belief in the power of hieroglyphs or the Hebrew tradition of the sacred name of God. Yet, the Nubian version stands out for its emphasis on the language as a living, dynamic force, one that could be both a blessing and a curse depending on how it was used. For linguists and historians, the myth of the lost language of the gods has been a source of endless fascination. It raises profound questions about the origins of language and its role in shaping human civilization. Could there have been a proto-language, a universal tongue from which all others descended? And if so, what might it have sounded like? While modern science has yet to uncover evidence of such a language, the myth continues to inspire research into ancient scripts and linguistic patterns, as scholars search for clues that might connect humanity's earliest forms of communication to this legendary divine tongue. The enduring allure of this myth lies in its promise of hidden knowledge and untapped potential. It speaks to our innate desire to uncover the secrets of the universe and to find meaning in the unknown. Even today, the idea of a lost language that holds the key to creation captivates the imagination, reminding us of the power of words and the mysteries that still lie beyond our grasp. As we conclude our exploration of Nubian myths, the lost language of the gods leaves us with a sense of wonder and curiosity. It invites us to ponder the origins of language, the boundaries of human understanding, and the timeless quest for connection with the divine. These 25 myths, each unique and profound, offer a glimpse into the rich tapestry of Nubian culture and its enduring legacy. Which of these legends resonated most with you? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the mysteries of history. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and keep seeking the stories that shape our world. Now turning to the broader influence of these captivating myths, we see how they have profoundly shaped Nubian identity and left an indelible mark on neighboring cultures. These stories, rich with symbolism and meaning, were not just tales told around fires but foundational elements of Nubian society. They reinforced values, explained natural phenomena, and provided a sense of unity and purpose. The myths of Nubia served as a cultural compass, guiding the people through times of prosperity and adversity, and fostering a deep connection to their land, history, and spirituality. The impact of these myths extended far beyond Nubia's borders, influencing the cultures of ancient Egypt, Kush, and even distant civilizations along the Nile and Mediterranean. For instance, the myth of the golden crocodile of the Nile found echoes in Egyptian depictions of Sobek, the crocodile god, while the legend of the warrior queen who defied Rome inspired tales of resistance and strength across the region. These shared stories highlight the interconnectedness of ancient cultures and the ways in which myths traveled, evolved, and were adapted to reflect local beliefs and values. In modern times, the legacy of Nubian myths continues to resonate, inspiring artists, writers, and filmmakers to explore their timeless themes. Contemporary literature often draws on these ancient stories to explore universal human experiences, such as the struggle for identity, the search for meaning, and the tension between tradition and progress. Films and visual arts have also embraced Nubian mythology, using its vivid imagery and profound narratives to create works that captivate audiences and spark conversations about history, culture, and the human condition. The relevance of these myths today lies in their ability to transcend time and geography, offering insights into the human experience that remain as poignant now as they were thousands of years ago. They remind us of the power of storytelling to preserve history, convey wisdom, and inspire future generations. As we continue to uncover and reinterpret these ancient tales, they serve as a bridge between the past and the present, inviting us to reflect on our shared heritage and the enduring mysteries of existence. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we turn to the role of archaeology in unraveling these myths, shedding light on the truths behind the legends and deepening our understanding of Nubia's remarkable legacy. As we step into the realm of archaeology, we uncover the tangible threads that connect these ancient myths to the real world. archaeological discoveries have played a pivotal role in peeling back the layers of time, revealing the truths behind the legends and offering a deeper understanding of Nubia's rich history. Through the careful excavation of tombs, temples, and settlements, researchers have unearthed artifacts and inscriptions that breathe life into these age-old stories, transforming them from mere tales into windows into the past. One of the most striking examples is the excavation of Nubian royal tombs, which has shed light on the myth of the curse of the Nubian kings. Archaeologists have uncovered intricate burial chambers filled with treasures, protective spells, and inscriptions warning of dire consequences for those who disturb the resting places of the kings. These findings not only lend credibility to the myth, but also provide insight into the beliefs and practices surrounding death and the afterlife in ancient Nubia. The discovery of such sites has deepened our appreciation for the cultural significance of these stories and their role in shaping Nubian identity. Similarly, the search for the lost city of Kerma has captivated archaeologists for decades. While the city itself remains elusive, excavations in the region have revealed remnants of a sophisticated civilization, including massive fortifications, temples, and artifacts that hint at the city's former glory. These discoveries align with the myth of a hidden city brimming with treasures, offering a tantalizing glimpse into what might lie beneath the sands. They also underscore the importance of Kerma as a cultural and economic hub, reinforcing its place in Nubian history and legend. The myth of the golden crocodile of the Nile has also found echoes in archaeological findings. Carvings and statues depicting crocodiles have been discovered in Nubian temples, often associated with rituals honoring the Nile and its life-giving waters. These artifacts suggest that the myth was not just a story but a reflection of Nubia's deep connection to the river and its role in sustaining agriculture and life. By studying these relics, archaeologists have gained a better understanding of how myths were woven into the fabric of daily life, influencing everything from religious practices to community traditions. Perhaps one of the most intriguing discoveries is the so-called hidden library of Meroe. While the library itself has yet to be found, inscriptions and fragments of texts unearthed in the region hint at a vast repository of knowledge. These findings align with the myth of a library containing ancient wisdom lost to time, sparking excitement among historians and archaeologists alike. The search for this legendary library continues to drive exploration and research, offering the promise of uncovering even more secrets about Nubia's intellectual and cultural achievements. Through these discoveries, archaeology has not only validated many of Nubia's myths, but also enriched our understanding of the civilization that created them. Each artifact, inscription, and excavation site adds a piece to the puzzle, helping us reconstruct the world in which these stories were born. As we continue to explore and uncover the past, we gain a deeper appreciation for the enduring power of these myths and their ability to connect us to a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. With the next chapter of our journey unfolding, we turn to the legacy of Nubian storytelling, exploring how these myths have been preserved and passed down through generations, shaping the cultural fabric of Nubia and beyond. As we step into the heart of Nubian culture, we find ourselves surrounded by the echoes of voices that have carried these myths across generations. The legacy of Nubian storytelling is a testament to the power of oral traditions, where stories were not merely told but lived, breathed, and woven into the very fabric of daily life. Storytellers, often revered as keepers of wisdom, played a vital role in preserving these tales, ensuring that the myths of Nubia endured through centuries of change and upheaval. In Nubian society, storytellers were more than entertainers. They were historians, teachers, and spiritual guides. Through their vivid retellings, they passed down the values, beliefs, and collective memory of their people. These stories were often shared during communal gatherings, under the vast desert sky, or within the walls of bustling marketplaces, creating a shared experience that strengthened the bonds of the community. The storyteller's voice became a bridge between the past and the present, connecting listeners to their ancestors and the timeless truths embedded in these myths. Over time, these stories evolved, adapting to the changing realities of Nubian life. As Nubia interacted with neighboring civilizations, its myths absorbed new influences, blending elements from Egyptian, Greek, and later Islamic traditions. This cultural exchange enriched the stories, adding layers of meaning and making them more relatable to successive generations. For instance, the myth of the warrior queen who defied Rome took on new dimensions as it was retold, reflecting the shifting dynamics of power and resistance in Nubia's history. The adaptability of these myths is a testament to their enduring relevance. Even as Nubia faced conquests, migrations, and cultural transformations, its stories remained a source of identity and pride. They were not static relics of the past, but living narratives that continued to inspire and guide. The myth of the phantom army of Nubia, for example, evolved from a tale of supernatural protection to a symbol of resilience and unity, reminding people of their strength in times of adversity. Today, the legacy of Nubian storytelling lives on, not only in the oral traditions of Nubian communities, but also in the works of modern writers, artists, and filmmakers who draw inspiration from these ancient tales. These myths continue to captivate audiences, offering timeless lessons about courage, wisdom, and the human connection to the natural and spiritual worlds. They remind us that stories are more than words. They are the heartbeat of a culture, carrying its essence through the ages. As we reflect on the enduring power of Nubian storytelling, we are reminded of the profound role these myths have played in shaping not only Nubian identity, but also our understanding of humanity's shared heritage. They are a testament to the resilience of culture and the timeless art of storytelling, proving that even in a world of constant change, some voices will never fade. As we bring our journey through the myths of Nubia to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at the richness and depth of these ancient stories. From the curse of the Nubian kings to the lost language of the gods, each myth offers a unique window into the beliefs, values, and imagination of a civilization that thrived along the Nile. These tales are more than just stories. They are threads woven into the tapestry of Nubian culture, revealing how its people understood the world, their place in it, and the forces that shaped their lives. The enduring mysteries of these myths continue to captivate historians, archaeologists, and storytellers alike. Whether it's the enigmatic phantom army of Nubia or the haunting singing sands, these legends challenge us to explore the boundaries between history and myth, reality and imagination. They remind us that the past is not always a straightforward narrative, but a mosaic of truths, interpretations, and unanswered questions. Through these myths, we gain a deeper appreciation for Nubia's contributions to human history and its enduring legacy as a cradle of civilization. But these stories are not just relics of the past, they resonate with us today. They speak to universal themes: courage, resilience, the search for meaning, and the connection between humanity and the natural world. The warrior queen who defied Rome inspires us with her bravery, while the sacred tree of life invites us to ponder the mysteries of existence. These myths are timeless, offering lessons and insights that transcend the ages. As we reflect on these 25 fascinating myths, we're reminded of the power of storytelling to preserve culture, inspire generations, and connect us to our shared human heritage. Each myth invites us to explore, question, and imagine, keeping the spirit of Nubia alive in our hearts and minds. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these Nubian myths intrigued you the most? Was it the haunting tale of the phantom ships of the Nile, or perhaps the mystical allure of the eternal flame of Nubia? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're excited to hear your perspectives and continue this conversation. And if you enjoyed this journey through the myths of Nubia, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more explorations into the world's most fascinating historical mysteries. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and keep uncovering the stories that shape our world.